Fighting to finish the Golf.
Yep, new pipe has arrived.
Might be broken now. No, I'm joking.
So
that was the leak before, wasn't it?
Just in there, just where that, but you couldn't really see it with all the other stuff around it. But yeah, so
the unfortunate bit was it was buried underneath here.
So we can get it back in the workshop and try and remember how it all went back together.
You'll be all right, mate.
Yeah, it's self-explanatory, really, isn't it?
So Chris actually got this all the way to the point of a vac, and he had to have the inlet manifold off it twice. And of course, it's now off for the third time to replace this pipe. So fingers crossed in this one, we can get this back together and at least get it running and driving, because myself and you have actually had to push this backwards and forwards 3 times.
Yes, that's right.
It does get a bit tiring. Also, once we rolled it out, and quite a lot of people noticed in the last video, is that front suspension leg. Now, we changed the lower arm on it for a brand new one, but we have established just here the gap is far too tight between the wheel and the leg. So it also needs a new suspension leg,
which you have located.
I have located one. Let's crack on and try and get this car back together. It's such a lovely car. It's low mileage. It's just beautiful. We just need to get it done. It's a big
this one,
24, big lump of money as well.
So lump of money in it, Rob.
For the last time, hopefully, mate, let's push it in and try and get it done.
I'm confident this time we'll be driving it out.
Yeah, definitely. Let's do it. Now, this is one of the downsides to buying a bit of salvage when it doesn't run and drive, because you don't know the reason why it doesn't run and drive. A lot of the time it is airbag related, but you can see how much stuff Chris has had to remove off the front of this engine just to get to that little pipe that was hidden behind it. But because this car had an impact, it damaged stuff that far back in the engine. You've got to be so careful when you're buying them and inspect them pictures the best you can, because as you know, you can't go down there and buy them. He's now got that pipe in there and he's moved on to that inlet manifold for the 3rd time to get that fitted. It looks like he's got it on there. Let's take a look. You know the drill. Of course, we run a car vertical on this one when we bought it, and it is a 1 owner, 1 record found on this car for the ownership. But what is really interesting is this car is actually a February 2024 registered. And then check this out, when we get to the vehicle damaged and then actually go down to the category and the date, the 1st 2025, this car was just 11 months old when it was marked as a Category S structural damage insurance loss, which is such a shame, isn't it? I don't believe we done any structural repairs on that car. It was pretty much all panel work, but still, it was quite nasty, wasn't it? So the lowest price one of these is currently advertised, Car Vertical, search all the databases, is nearly 22,000. The average is nearly 25,000, and the highest currently one is listed is nearly 27,000. Of course, our one is going to be a lot less than the lower priced one on there, as usual. You've got your specs and equipments on here as well. You've got your ownership, of course, there's one on there. My favourite bit, the timeline, but of course there's going to be nothing to show where it is so new. So the first ownership, first registration, and the damage detected. You've also got your helpful tips on the report here that you can go through. It is literally everything you're going to need in the one-stop shop Car Vertical. Of course, when you're purchasing your vehicle, if you want to run a Car Vertical, we highly recommend you do. You can use our little code that's been displayed up on screen throughout this check for a nice little discount from any browser, or if you hit the link in the description, it will automatically divert you to Car Vertical and of course include that discount. I know I already said it in the time lapse there, guys, but it is just a continuation of putting this back together, and Chris just said it is quite fiddly, because when he initially fitted this first time, of course there was no front panel on it or rad pack.
I know.
But one very awkward one down the back there to get, but you are getting on with it now,
yeah,
mate.
The worst bit is putting the pipes back on, because you've got that stepper pump under there, you've got coolant pipes on the back of that, forget what they call it.
Charge cooler.
Yeah, charge cooler, intercooler thing. And just really difficult to get those pipe clips on.
Yeah, they are.
So,
you're getting there with it now, though,
yeah,
mate.
we're getting there, yeah.
I reckon another half an hour, 40 minutes, this should be up and running, shouldn't it?
I've got those 2, and these 3, and a clip.
Oh, was that the last of the bolts?
Yeah, obviously there's other stuff. But
Yeah.
of what I stripped to get back to that pipe, I kind of kept the bolts all separate. So yeah, not too much to go back on.
Probably worth mentioning as well, Chris, that we bought this headlight, didn't we? And I previously moaned about it.
Yeah.
We bought it from abroad, and we got, yeah, I'm banging this headlight around, guys. We're not using it. They gave us a full refund on it. I've been struggling to find one of them headlights, and that is what's been holding us back, putting the front end of this back together as well. I don't know why, I just overlooked it, and Chris was like, have we tried Prasco? Now, we've bought a brand new approved headlight. It's going to be here in half an hour. And it was like, I think it was 20 quid dearer than a broken second-hand one, wasn't it?
Crazy, wasn't it?
It's just crazy, yeah. Sometimes you just overlook, automatically assuming the second-hand one's going to be the best thing to do, and it turns out it's not. Right, let's carry on and get this one back together. Look at him go, guys. It is in this part that he absolutely nails the underside of this bonnet and gets it back together. Now, there was quite a lot of stuff just undone and pushed out of the way so that he could get that manifold back in there. But now the manifold is back on there underneath. Get the stepper pump bolted up. Out with the bleeder kit, the vacuum kit for the coolant, in with the air box, in with that front air pipe to go onto the front panel, and then just clipping everything back home where it needs to be, getting that on a vac ready and getting it on hold so that we can fill the coolant system and run it up. Finally, it is all back together.
Hopefully.
The headlights arrived.
Yep.
You've got it all on
Vac.
so it's ready pretty much for some coolant.
It's got some coolant knocked up there, Rob. So yeah, we'll fill it up and see how we do.
Special, expensive coolant, this one.
Yep.
Something oat. I'm not really quite sure what that is, but we just rung up to get some. Ultra long life pea oat. Now, we did just ring up to actually get some, and luckily I had a quick look first and we did have some. So we're going to move on and get the coolant system filled on this one, and then we can move on to the suspension leg. So I've just popped down to Reclamet, and not only have I grabbed the leg for it, I've grabbed the hub as well, and I think we'll just go all out and change both.
Yeah.
It just rules it out. And
No.
Because it's metal, they can just slightly bend, can't they?
That's right.
At least with the alloy ones, you do notice. So I guess let's get the coolant system filled, mate, and then move on to the next part of the job.
That's it, mate.
You ready for that?
Yep.
Do you want me to film any of it? We filmed it quite a bit before, haven't we? And I'm going to need to hold that up for Chris, because that pipe won't reach to the bottom of the bottle. So let's get that done. I've said it before and we'll say it again. We absolutely love working on stuff this late because everything's really nice. The bolts all come undone very, very easy, and they're really nice to work on. So while Chris just continues under the bonnet there, we filled it up with coolant. I cracked straight on with that leg. So I connected the suspension leg straight back to the hub, put our original bolt through it, and then just chucked it straight in there. Chris put the nuts in the top of it, the bolts rather, to hold it in, and then I just connected everything back up that I'd just undone, and that is the suspension leg completely back together. We'll tighten up the shaft once it's on the floor. We have got to this stage, and Chris is literally now just going over to see if there's any little bits in that box that's got to go on it, and then of course we're going to go around and just double check and nip everything up. But that is the driver's side headlight in there, complete new suspension leg. So we got the hub and the shock, all of it has been replaced in there. That's the brand new headlight. That's now been built up with our original modules off of our original light. And of course, this is the one that come from eBay that we won't be using. All of the wing bolts are back in there, washer bottles back in. Just so much stuff you've been doing under the bonnet of this car.
Yeah, I think we're
putting it all back together.
Yep.
We're now going to move on to the passenger side headlight, I think, get that fitted, and then start trying that front bumper on. Now, this is going to be the #1 question that was in this video before we'd even got to this stage. Why are you two working on the floor?
Because we're stupid, Rob.
That's what's going to be in the comments.
We're very, very stupid.
You've got a perfectly good ramp. Now, we did think, I'm going to be completely honest, Chris said, let's get it in. Let's leave the Fiat where it is. I've got to work on it in between other jobs. Let me get this manifold in underneath the light. Then we'll have a move around and we'll get it on the ramp. But it never happened.
No.
We just got carried away.
We did.
That is the answer to that question. I guess, mate, we can't really talk about it. We've just got to continue on building it up. But
yeah, I think we are ready for the, like you say, headlight and bumper, aren't we?
how
So,
nice is it now to see this car back to this stage? And
yeah, it's all on the button.
it's on the button. We're getting there.
So,
Another one though, we're hoping to get this completely finished in this video, and Chris said, not a chance, mate. This wants a wheel refurb as well. So,
well, we might finish it and just do what we did with the test.
exactly. Exactly.
I think
This video is going to be going out on Wednesday, and I do just want to stress about that Tesla, Chris. I've had so many people message me saying, can I buy it now? And it just, we do not sell these cars until they're ready.
No.
That car's at Smarts. It's
It is.
probably due to be picked up the same day this video goes out, and it will be coming up very, very
it
soon.
will, yeah. I don't think you need to do a lot of snagging with that one.
No,
I think
definitely
we're all
not.
good, aren't we?
But it will go on Instagram, and you don't message on Instagram, you message on an email. And of course that email is in the description of every video. Anyway, enough about the Tesla sale. Let's continue on with the Golf and get this one back together and back on its feet. Now you would find it hard to believe. In this little piece of time lapse, this is actually over an hour's work here. And that was fitting the two headlights and getting them about right. So the passenger one we put in there, and then I realised that it didn't have an indicator bulb in it. That's the new one. So I popped an indicator bulb in there, but it was a little bit awkward because I'd already fitted the light. And then on with the driver's one, I actually made a bit of a boo-boo with that, but I'll tell you more about that in a moment. But we've got the passenger headlight fitted, got the driver's side headlight fitted, and then I believe Chris, had to mess around with the bonnet because Reclamette have had it off to paint the inside and the outside. Of course, that all had to be lined up again. Well, it was a bit of wishful thinking, us thinking that we was going to get this all back together in that one piece of time lapse. But as usual, what do you reckon, mate?
Yeah, we seem to be missing one of those as well off the other side, so we have to have a dig about for that. Headlights all work, indicators all work, washer bottle works, or washers. Horns don't work. Neither of them, and they're both new and they're both plugged in, so we have to look into that. But that's not going to stop us getting that front bumper on, mate.
I know it probably sounds irrelevant here, but you know what these new cars are like. So that front bumper's got the radar and the grille.
Well, this is true.
So the lume's not plugged in.
No, it
Could that stop the horn?
absolutely, yeah, could
You
be.
just don't know
But I
nowadays,
say,
do you?
Both of them are replacements and they're both plugged in, so I'm pretty confident it's nothing to do there, so that can go on, and it might cure it, mightn't it?
We're at that stage, are we?
Yeah,
Try the front bumper on.
yeah, I think so, mate.
Still working on the floor, mate.
Mad.
And a bit of a schoolboy error. You see on the time lapse there, I kept pushing the lights, and this one, for some reason, the light wouldn't come on at all, would it?
No.
And Chris said, what you need to do, Rob, is get the original ballast off our original headlight and swap it for the one that's on here. As soon as I bent down, the plug was hanging out. I didn't even have a ballast on it.
Trouble is, we've ended up with 5 headlights.
We have got a lot of headlights kicking around, haven't we?
It's got confusing, didn't it?
They're all working now. Let's get the face of this car fitted. And of course, you did see as well, with the lining up, I mentioned it in time lapse, there's still going to be a bit of fettling there because the bonnet had been painted inside and out. Everything has been stripped off, including all of the catches, the catches. I got it right the first time.
Yeah. Anyway, we're all back together. I think we'll probably disconnect that battery again just to do the bumper.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
And then fingers crossed, mate.
Let's get it on. Now, this would have been an amazing moment, putting this front bumper on, but I'd already put the grille on the bumper and then couldn't plug the radar in. So I had to take the grille out, take the Volkswagen badge off, pop the radar out, then pull the wiring through, and then the front bumper, look, it just went on absolutely perfect. It lined up 100%. There was nothing to do, and I couldn't believe it. I said to Chris, how lovely is that? And it's just where everything's been replaced, and it is all lovely and new. Let's take a look. Now it's all back together. This is under the bonnet, and I am inside the pinball machine. It is literally, sorry, I was just trying to work out how to turn the lights off there. Not really sure how to turn them off. It has got literally every light on the dash. So I've just plugged one of our diagnostic tools into it. People do always ask what diagnostic tool you're using. The one with the most charge is the answer to that. We've got 3, I think, and they've all got the same software in them. They've got different names on them, but they're all ultimately the same. So I'm just going to do a health report. As you can see, it's doing a health report, and it's got a lot of codes. But the steering light is actually amber, so that's okay. But if that's red, you're in trouble, really. We have to call a guy called Dave out, who's a VAG specialist, and he goes through it all. But the airbag light is on as well, traction control, you got the front radar, like literally everything's on. I should think if you start it, quite a lot of them will go out, but ultimately this car's had the front end smashed off it, and it's had a complete dashboard and airbag kit put in it. So of course we're not surprised. The battery is fully charged, everything else seems to be working, but we have got that horn issue as well, so it could potentially need an airbag squib, and that could be why the light's on and the horn's not working, because it does all work through that airbag squib. Anyway, I'm not going to stand here and wait for this because it is taking its time. I'll let that get to the end and we'll take a look. So 100% complete, and out of 20 systems found, we've got 130 DCTs. And to be honest, this car did have a little whack on the front of the engine, didn't it? So you can see like there's camshaft sensor there, oil pressure, all of that was damaged. And of course we've had to replace it all. Temperature sensor, short circuit. You know, we say it time and time again, we said it on the van. I'm going to hit the magic button, and that is clear DTCs, because most of them will be related to the crash, things that was unplugged. Now they're all plugged back in with new stuff, and of course battery related as well, with a battery off. So we'll let that completely finish and then see how many of them instantly come back, and of course we'll test through some stuff as well. Right guys, you will be shocked because only 8 of those codes come back. Climate control, we know it's got no gas in it, and then distance regulation. So the ADAS is going to need setting up. Of course we've got that front radar as well, and then we got one there, data bus interface, component protection active. Am I right to start the engine, Chris? So I'm just going to start the engine, and then I'm going to say start stop system. The battery's quite low. The map come up there earlier. So we've got a fuel light, maximum engine speed. The car knows it's been jacked up, but the light, I've done lock to lock, reset the angle sensor, and it's gone out. Engine light has also gone out as well. So I think it's safe to say all of the big codes and the big issues have gone out of the system. Chris is just putting the wheels on it, and we've been going through just seeing what other stuff we've got missing, and we noticed, I'm the parts man, I should have ordered this, should have known, but like you say, it's been sat around for quite a while. Wheel arch liner has got a crack in it, so we need to get one of them on order. I'll get that on order now, but if that's all we've got to order for it, mate.
Yeah, we've got to torque that drive shaft nut up.
Yeah.
And that wheel can go on.
Oh, of course, you've got no mic on. Sorry, it's in there. Sorry, I'm asking Chris questions there and talking to him, and his microphone's still currently sitting in here. So we're going to get this tightened up, get the other wheel on it, and then I guess we can give it a little run up and down the yard, maybe?
Yeah.
Let's give it a go. It's always nice to finally see these cars drive out of the workshop, and of course in one piece. You can hear the brakes. Always when they've been off the road for a while, of course the surface rust on the brakes, and then you have to keep pushing the brakes to clean them up, to get it off. It doesn't take a minute, but definitely doesn't sound very nice when you start to drive them. I did notice as well that front wheel's definitely sitting where it needs to be now, definitely sitting straight. It's very quiet, Chris, looks really
well,
nice.
engine management light comes straight back on,
Oh, is it?
but it's fine going in reverse, but as soon as you pull away in first gear, oh, you jump in, it's horrible.
Is it?
Yeah, something,
Sorry,
something not right there. Ready?
Oh yeah,
Hear
no,
that and
yeah.
feel it. You feel it through the steering wheel.
Yeah, it's like,
Something not right there.
nah, definitely not.
Engine or transmission is not happy, is it?
I don't want to show that dash, it's got a map on it, but there's a warning up here. That's just for the parking sensors, I think.
I'll pull straight back in the yard.
Yeah, that's not good, is it?
No. Now this had an engine mount broke, I think, but we put a new one on it, didn't we, from Reclamet. I think. Seem to remember.
Mate, we've done so many. I think the last one we done was that X1.
Oh, well, maybe we haven't then. Maybe we haven't. Maybe I'm getting them.
There's one way to find
I'll
out.
pop the bonnet, shall I?
Yeah, it don't sound very nice, Chris,
What I'll do
does
is
it?
I'll pop the bonnet, and then if you stand to the side, I'll just drop the clutch.
Hang on, I'll just prop this up. Oh no,
ready?
Chris, jump out. Honestly.
Can you see it moving?
No, don't worry.
Right.
You won't even need to do that.
Oh, right. What, we left
yeah.
the bolt out or something?
Worse than that.
Have we?
Yeah. A snap, mate, look.
We haven't changed it.
It's only holding on by one bolt.
Right.
Oops.
Right.
It was never going to sound nice. If you hold that, when you was just
Yeah,
accelerating
well,
then, look. Yeah, look,
Yeah.
watch the mount.
Yeah.
Can you see it moving?
Yeah.
The engine's too far back because it's snapped,
It
hasn't
has
it?
snapped in half,
Yeah.
hasn't it? Look, there. Oh
Yeah,
well.
I'll just have to get one
Oh,
on
right.
order, mate, when I...
That must have, like you say, must have been the other thing, wasn't it?
That's a shame.
The X1 we must have put a new engine mount on. Right.
Look, again, it was wishful thinking. We do need a wheel splash for it. We're now going to need an engine mount. There's a couple of other little bits we're waiting for, like
It's
the
the trouble
wing.
when you've got so many projects on the go, isn't it?
It is. That is the trouble. And we are going to have to leave this here because for those of you that remember us repairing that, the 67 2 Series, Chris actually gave that to his sister.
Yeah.
She's away on holiday. The back wheel keeps going down, so we've just had that refurbished and repaired. And you've got to do a diff leak on it.
Front number plate's
Front,
gone.
front number
horrible.
plate's knackered.
Yeah, it's got a slight, the oil seal on the diff has gone.
Yeah.
Oh, that's only a very
Washer
slight.
jet cover. So
Yeah.
the annual loads of little jobs to do on your little sister's car, mate.
So I need to get the Fiat out. We've noticed that the back axle's also bent on the Fiat.
yeah.
So
Plenty on, mate,
Yeah.
and plenty to be getting on
Yeah.
with. But we're just about to crack on with that, and then we're going outside to start a new project for Sunday.
yeah, because
So
we need a new project in our lives.
we do
don't
need
we?
a new project. You can never have enough cars.
No.
So that is going to be the end of today's video. If you did enjoy it, of course, we would appreciate that thumbs up. Let us know what you think of the Golf. I'm going to include a picture of when we got this, and this car looks outstanding considering what it did look like when we got it. Don't forget, if you want to sell one of your vehicles, you can email me sales@gmail.com. And if you want to buy one of our vehicles, you need to be following us on Instagram. Wait for that post to go out. As soon as you see it, email in with your interest, include your telephone number, and hopefully you get to buy one. We'll look forward to seeing you all very, very soon in the next one. Anything to add before we go, mate?
No joke, Rob.
No joke.